Hi everyone, welcome back to part 2 of this very different kind of tree. So the beads that I'll be using today, I actually am using only crystals. Originally, I had dumped a whole bunch of amethyst in my mix and then I changed my mind. So this is what we're working with today. I have mostly 8mm. I have the icy blue, the deep purple, lilac, and clear, and there's a rose quartz. I had put them in and then changed my mind. So we have all 8mm. Then we have 4mm bicones and 6mm clear beads as well. Those ones are the round ones, and that's it. So we have all crystals today in some beautiful colors. So let's get started. I'm going to be twisting a little bit more on the wires as I go. I've already messed around with the branches just a tiny bit. I have no idea what this tree is going to look like, but I think it'll be pretty. Oh, it will be pretty. We'll make sure of it. Pretty different, but that's okay. My goal is to get through this without interruptions and not do the complete tree, but a good portion of it, just to get an idea of what I'm doing and to stay in focus. So what I'm going to do is just move these down, try and keep this area nice and clean and clear. I just put my beads, you can't see them, but they're right above my hand. This way here I know where to keep my hand, because I don't plan on standing this whole time. I'm having a problem with my toe. Okay, so after a leaf, which I used 3 4mm bicones, I'm just gonna put small clusters of my mix. And I think the best way that these will work is if I put a small in a large and then like 2 small in a large on the other side. Or like this one here is just, that's a 6mm bicone. I think that would work. I'll have to try it out and see, because I also want to put leaves in here, and that will, well, it could work, but I don't like it, so we'll try that again. I think we're going to have lots of little bicones, lots of little 4mm bicones, because I definitely like these colors. And this dark purple, there's actually 2 shades of it, and I wasn't going to use them, but I do think that I did it again. I didn't alternate the size, which doesn't really matter. It just has a little bit more wire showing than what I want. So, like that. See what I mean? Now I can twist nice and close to those 2. So I'm just going to cross my wire over, and then just give it a nice little twist. And we're going to do another one. I'm not going to put a leaf over here because I already did it. As we go up higher onto this tree, there will be more leaves. But right now, we're just going to put another little cluster and see what'll fit there for us. I also have these, the clear. I would like to use those as well. I just think they add a pretty, they break it up pretty. Let's see, like that. Yeah, it looks a little, because I can move this around, I'm not going to worry. I'm going to tighten all this up, but I think that is a nice mix there. I'm not going to attach it to the hoop just yet, but I will. Okay. So we're going to start off with a leaf. This is the next 2 branches of this section. There are 4 sections on this tree, and each section has 8 wires. By 4 sections, I mean these 2 branched off to one section, And then, actually no, it doesn't. Never mind. Usually it would. I don't edit, so oh well. First blunder. That happened fast. That's okay. No, actually the first one was when I first started to almost start to mess around with my stuff because there was an ant. Yes, an ant. A little ant. And that was it. So I got rid of the ant and then just put everything away. I said, nope, not today. My neighbor cuts grass and hedges, and then I get ants. Right, the same day. It's awful. I don't like it. But what can you do? So we're gonna just not talk about ants and just carry on beading. Yeah, I think this will work nice. Because we're going to separate them anyway. And put spaces when I lace. That'll make it fit nice. I want to put a leaf. Yeah, I would start with the longest wire, but I don't need to. Clearly, they are very long, which is fine. I'd rather them be long than short. I did intentionally cut them long because of the way I'm twisting out this tree, and also I'm using 8mm crystals. So the bigger the bead, or the bigger the crystal, the more space that you need for wire. So I got my 3, and I'm just going to bring that wire up to where I twisted, like this. Let me get right up here and show you, like that. And then just hold on to it. Put a few little twists in. Like that. And then after every leaf you need to put a few twists in there. Like that. Now I think that'll be good for that. Definitely. Okay, after this section I think I'll no, I'm gonna do it now. Let me just make sure I have all my tools I need right here. Need my wire cutter, my tweezers, and right there, we are good to go. So, stay in focus. Bring your wire to your hoop. Just support your work with your finger. Bring those 2 wires up. Because I'm working with double wires, I only wrap around once. If I was stringing individually, I would wrap around twice. You don't have to. That's just my preference. And cross it over like that. Hold on to your work, give that a nice little tug. Clip your wire. Go to the next one. Going to do the same thing. Actually, I think I'm going to put another bead. Well, you see, look, it looked like it had enough, but now I'm going to put something else there. I think I can only put one thing, so we'll put a bead in the crystal. Oops. Yeah, I'm not going to use that one. They'll be side by side, the colors. I'm not alternating too much, but to start off with, I'd rather not have the 2 the same. Not if I can help it. Right then I could help it. So then I'm going to end up trimming some of these I just get nervous when I do that because sometimes I over trim and I don't want that to happen. So bring it up to your hoop and then cross over right beneath your hoop above your last bead on your branch. Bring it up again, give it a tug, and clip that wire. Let's see if I can show you real close, right like that. And this is where I use my tweezers. I don't use the pliers here. I could have cut that a little bit shorter. It's all right. I like to get in there and just bend it, twist it right around your branch so that it doesn't catch. And that is the way I always do it. I don't wrap around and around. I used to, not anymore. I don't do it like that, but if you do, it's fine. The reason I don't do it like that is preference, because I like to get in here and support my work and put lots of little twists and tighten them up. I found when I wrapped, it just looked awful. It would come undone and it was catchy even if I cut on the underside. So I just choose to do it that way. You don't have to do however you want. That's your tree. I'm just not going to change. I've gotten used to doing it this way and I like it. Works for me. There we go. Okay, so now we'll go to the next section. And I said we'd be twisting as we go. Right there, I don't think I need to. I'm just going to put, I want to have a lot of beads on this. I want it to be really full. So I'm just going to not twist it too much, but I will add some more as we go. I will put a leaf. I should actually put more than what I'm doing as I get further up into my tree. I put a whole bunch of bicones in this mix. And just slide them up. I just put 3 on there. And then slide them up onto your wire, but a little bit away from where you have your twist, because now you're just going to cross it over and then hold on to those 3 and then just put in a few twists like that. And now you have another leaf. Now, after a leaf, always support your work and put a few more twists right there. Hold it by your leaf. Like that. Now my wires are always long, always, but I do often come up short, depending on my project. So if you have a long wire, you're always going to have a long wire when you do a leaf. As you can see, one is long and one is short. Always twist with your long wire or you'll come up short. And if you're going to add a leaf and you have a really long wire, use that one. So you might have to twist it around a little bit, but it's definitely worth it. So my suggestion is to twist with the long wire. And always remember, when you measure your wire, it's not always going to be the same as mine. Depending on how tight you twist it, there's a lot of factors to consider. So my suggestion is to keep an eye on how you twist and the length of your wire before you run into a problem. The bigger the bead, the more wire you need. So, but those are things, if you're new, you need to know that. Most of you are not. So I will always address the little things. And when you do twist, just always put a finger under and then on top, because otherwise you're going to break your wire. And then when that happens, go to the playlist. I addressed it many times. On one project, the big project, the entire back I had to do buddy up wires because they were way too short. So yes, I made a humongous mistake. So don't do that. I'll try not to. And I'm going to put another leaf there. I think as we go, I'll be adding more. I have the wire, may as well. Plus, this is different. This is really different. I had no idea what this was going to look like, but I've done the roots this way, but not the tree. Been looking at trees a lot. And I just, I don't know, when I did the willows and other stand-up trees, they all had more than one trunk. So this one has two main trunks. But just something different, you know? I need to change it up a little bit. Today's a good day to do that. Oh look, I put two purple, a dark one and a light one. Isn't that pretty? I told you they would do, oh no, that's, on the dark ones there are actually two shades of purple as well. But and there's that amethyst. I had a handful. I picked them all out. Oh, it's such a pain in the neck. I changed my mind after I dumped them all in. I had that and rose quartz. It's like, yeah, no, not today. I only want crystals. I don't know why, but that's how I want it. Wrap the wire right over your hoop. Bring it up. Always hold on to it. Give it a little tug. After you cross it over, tug it, and then pass it back down in between the branch you just made and then one before that. Like that. Now you're behind your hoop. Bring it up, cross it over again, and hang on to it. Give it a good tug, and now clip. I like to use the flat end because I can get closer. The closer you get, the easier it's going to be to get in there. I have to have tweezers. I don't like to use pliers for this. So if you're new and you don't have all kinds of tools, go to the dollar store or CVS, get yourself some tweezers. I use two different sizes, and I've had the same pair of tweezers, both of them, for a very long time. When I don't misplace the other pair. I don't know where I put them. They should be right here, but they're not. And I will need them. I don't know where they are. That's okay. Okay. That's weird. It's weird because I have all my tools right here in one little container, one little flat rubbery thing. And I have no other pair of tweezers. That's okay. Here they are. I covered it with my notepad. Pointy ones. And that's for when you get in a really tight spot like this. The other ones won't fit. So, yeah, I had to think of everything. Okay, now, am I going to twist a little bit? I think so. Just a few. I think like that, because I would like to, do I have to put, I don't have to put a little leaf there. I don't know if I want to. I think I'll pass on that one. I don't want it to be too repetitious, and yeah, we're not going to do that. We're just going to bead. I do like these colors though. And a rose quartz that we're not using. I don't know why I mixed them. I thought it would be pretty. It was pretty, but I just don't think it was quite what I was looking for. Maybe, I don't know. So now, just hang on to your work. Get as close to those beads as you can. Just gently pull back on them and put in a few twists like that. Nice and tight. And now I'm going to add a leaf. You don't always have to use bicones for your leaf. If you make leaves, you can use another bead. You can use just a big 8mm crystal if you want. I want to put another twist right here, like that. Anything you can put anything there and make a leaf out of it. I do like the little bicones though. Yeah, more beads, rose quartz. I'm not going to pick them all out. Add the little leaf. Give it a few twists until it fits right, and close up that space. And then hold on to it. And I stick my thumb in there just for, it just helps me to twist evenly, like that. See, in a situation like that, if you wanted to, I really don't care enough, but I'll show you. I know once I lace, I'm going to be moving my branches all around anyway, but if you have a space and you already put a leaf, but you just want to fill a space, you can use whatever you're working with, whether it is beads, crystals, whatever you want, and just put one. Maybe I'll leave that there. Let's see. Yeah, I'll leave it there. So just to fill in a space, it is good to have an option. Like, I wouldn't put another leaf there. I don't think it would look as pretty, but sorry, I gotta move this around so I can see. You can put a single bead there. Look at that. Just give it a little spin, like that. See? Oh, I almost broke it. Watch me break it. No, don't break it. But hold on to the leaf and that, because if you don't, it's not going to be nice. Okay. There we go. Trying not to make so much noise. This tray, you can't see the entire tray. I have just a really small space that I can work with, but I need a bigger space to put all my stuff. So that doesn't look bad. I like it. So bring your wire up to your hoop, pass it up. I'm gonna cross it over. These are way too long. So I cut these 27 inches, but you know what? As I get higher up, the branches will be longer, so I'm not cutting anything right now. I mean, there'll be more beads because I want there to be more beads. So we're just gonna leave it alone. And that finishes this first section right there. So I'll just move that out of my way. Let me get my round nose pliers, because this is what I have to do. I love making all the little twists. So just get in and support your work. I got to get in between the leaf and that single bead I put there. Just get in there and now hang on to it from the back and the front, and be gentle. Just give it a little tug if you want, just to pull it down. If you need to, I like to. And you can't really see that way. I'm just trying to support my work so I don't break a wire. And just get in there with your plier and just a little pull. And what that'll do is just give it nice branch marks. See? It just makes it look really pretty. And I am stuck on my cloth napkin here. Okay. Yeah, these are going to be a problem. But I'm not cutting them yet. So now I'm going to come right over here and hold on to my main branch and just give this one here a little twist. And then you just, with your fingers, move them around. I'm going to get in here and do this big one. I like to bend the big one because it just shapes up that whole section right there. And even this one here, the big one, the big piece right there, big piece, big limb, big trunk. Yeah. Okay. So that one is done. Let's see. We're going to space them all out later. So it's looking like this. I like it. I like the color combination. I think it's really pretty. Plus a lot of light will reflect off of that. That's what I'm looking for. Let's separate that. And because we're starting a new section, you definitely can use a leaf here. Or you could use a big bead too. You can put whatever you want there. I'm gonna just stick with the little bicone leaf of 3. Every now and then I'll stick a bead in if I think I want to fill in a space. You know, I'm not following any particular pattern. Just to show you, this is my hand sideways. If I were to put my hand down straight, this is the back of my tray. I've only got this small space, like from my knuckle to my palm, a view area for you to see. I did swap out the tripod for a different one. This one here is like kind of like spring-loaded. And it has a stand you can put it up to like 4 feet high. And the other one that I was using was just a little desktop or tabletop. And I put that aside in case I want to work at the table, not in here. I don't see that happening anytime soon. I like it right here in my space. So there's another little leaf. And now I'm going to rotate this just a little bit. And hold on to that little leaf right there. And put a few twists in there like that. See, now when you shape up your tree, there's something there. I actually could have put another 8mm bead, but I just didn't want to. Okay, so now, let's see what we're going to put there. I think we'll put purple, lilac. And the other side we'll put a blue. So what we're doing is a 8mm and a 4mm. Oops, the same wire. No. Don't want that. We're alternating on each row because 2 big crystals together, it doesn't work. It looks awful. You see too much wire. At first I was going to just string them, but then I decided at the last minute to do small clusters. I like it. Okay, now we can put another leaf. Oh, there's a round one. And slide them down. You want this one here to be nice and long, well, a little bit longer because it's going to fit, or maybe not fit, but just add an accent to a space because we put that purple one there. Now we have a bigger space, so let's make a longer stem. And then if it's too long, we bend it. See? Now, come back in, support your work, and put a few twists in like that. Now, ready to bead. forgot about these clear ones. I can put a clear there. It's alright. I don't love it. No, I'm not gonna leave it. I did over here. I don't like it. So if you don't like it, take it off, because it's easier to take off now than later. I know, because I do it. I have untwisted wires to get a bead off that I didn't like. Not a good thing. Yeah, that looks better. And then just put a few twists in there nice and tight. That's why I use my thumb, just to add tension to my wire. Straighten those out. So this is part 2. I'm thinking this project will have probably 3 or maybe 4 parts. Yeah, that's a little too long, I think. Should I make it work? I'm gonna take off the 2. Let's take off the 2 bicones and see if I can get those close enough together. I can't. I don't like it. So we'll put a bicone on with that one. Yeah, now it should work better. I'm actually going to give it another twist. Like that. I think that fits much better. Let's get those out of the way. Push all this out of my way. Okay, so now bring it to your hoop like that. Pass it over. Bring it up like that. Bring it up and cross it over the top right below your hoop. Keep your finger on it though, or you'll be chasing that around like, you know, it's going to put stress on your branch down here, and it'll break. Don't break it. You'll notice my hands are always touching my work from the back and from the front. No matter what I do, especially on the hoop, I always hold it right there. It's just a good habit to get into. It'll save you a lot of aggravation later. You see, always holding it, pushing it onto my hand. I'm just gonna bend those right around that. Oops. Right around your wire. If you can't get in there with the wider ones, get the smaller ones. And just give it a spin. There's that one there. You see, it doesn't want to go down. It's alright, it's not going to stick out, but I'd rather push it down a little bit. Yeah, good enough. It's not going to poke. Yeah, it's good. Now, we'll go to the next 2. And then as we go, because we're pulling tight, it'll help these branches. You know, like, I really don't know what they're going to do yet. So it'll be fun to find out. Now I'm going to put a few twists right here. And I'm not going to put a leaf there. I think I'm just going to bead. Not that one. Oh, not that one either. Yep, I'll take it. I love these blue beads. Oh, they're so pretty. I like them all. The dark purple's not my favorite, but I like it. and I put it on backwards. So we're just going to flip it over, put the small one on first, like that, only because it fits better. See, it does fit better than two 8mm side by side. Okay, one more here, one more, and we'll put in another leaf right here. Supporting the work. I wanted this one to be a little bit longer, so I didn't bring it as close to the twisted wire, a little bit further away, and then just hang on to it. See those little spaces? Just give it another twist. It'll be fine. And then, see now, you can see where the pressure point is. It's right here. When you move it, that's where you'll break if you don't support your work. You don't want any pressure right there or anywhere, so hang on to your beads, your leaf and the other one, many as you can hold. Just put them down on your finger, and then with your thumb, hold them nice and firm while you make a few twists, and then they're not sliding around, and they won't break. Or they're less likely to break. Don't hold me to that. I break mine. It happens. Okay. I'm not going to make these sections recordings too long. Roughly about 45 minutes or so. I get a lot done in that much time. I can usually spare 45 minutes before I have something else to do, which I do have something else to do. I always have something to do. Okay. I was going to put a leaf there, but I'm just going to put a bead. I don't have any leaves up at the top for any other section, so I just think I'll pass on it. So all the crystals that I use are available on a playlist, and the warm, I don't know how to say it. Anyway, it is there, and they have like a ton of colors. Anything you're looking for, you're going to find there. And their clear bicones are the best. I do have a different bicone listed. They're, I think, cheaper. I don't know. But I use those as well. But by far, the Warm brand on Amazon is the most beautiful, and you will love them. I've never had a problem. They're all gorgeous. Sorry, I have to get in there. And you're not going to be able to see. See if I do it that way. Just want to turn it. Sorry about that, I can't. There we go. Okay. Just excuse me for 1 minute. I don't like to do that, guys. I don't edit, but I have hydration issues. I don't drink enough water. And then when I drink, my stomach makes all kinds of crazy noise. Sorry. Okay, because I haven't done any twists on this one, I'm going to do some now. I'm going to get right underneath the back, and I'm going to do this little wire right here, gently. Go in, and do that. Notice I did hold on to the leaf, even though I wasn't twisting the leaf. It's just good to do that. And then down here, my hand is under it. Put your thumb over it, so you push up with the back part of your hand and down with your thumb. That gives it some resistance so that you can tighten up your branches. Always support them, always. It's just like the big rule, because if you don't support them, you won't have them. They'll break, especially your little leaf. Be nice, hold on to it. And this one here looks like it needs another little twist, because I'm not going to twist it, but you see what I mean? The wire, I don't like that, but it is what it is. I'm not going to break it. There we go. And just get in there and a few little twists, little adjustments. Help your work look beautiful, because it is beautiful. I mean, guys, look, in half an hour, how pretty. Like, that is really pretty. And once we put the once we lace it up, it'll be more beautiful. This tree is not in the center of the hoop. Ooh, well, that was a jumper. Hi. Alrighty. That's because these are too long. Sorry about that. Poor Abby, she's up in the window. She just jumped a mile. What was that? It went flying over the back of my desk. My workspace is huge, and it hit the metal heater. Oh my. Sorry, guys. Okay. Put a leaf there. And because it's a new section, a bigger piece section right there, I'm going to leave it longer. So the way to make it longer is leave the space right here from where your beads are to the point where you twisted longer, like that. That's a longer stem. If you don't want it that long, just make that part shorter, like that. Sometimes it'll fit if you have a little one, a little leaf. I want mine to be a little bit longer. And if it becomes too long, then I can bend my stem. It's a little too long, just like that. And then hang on to them, pinch them so that they don't spin around. And twirl your leaf out. A couple of twists like that. It'll fill that space in. Like that. Not bad. It's alright. It'll work, right? Now take the two wires. You have to put a twist right here, because if you put a bead, it's going to look silly. And I'm actually going to bend this. I'm going to support the stem and just turn that under so I can hang on to it. I did make it a little bit long, which is fine, but I just don't want it to break. And that, like that, see? That's fine. I'll get in there afterwards and turn them. Not right now. Just move all this stuff. I'll move it 100 million times after every single one when I cut my wire. Okay, so I think we'll put, what color are we going to put there? I think we'll put a lilac. I don't want to fall into a pattern with the color. And I just noticed, look down, I see a lot of blue. So we'll put a lilac there. I said I was going to sit down. My foot, I'm having a little issue with my toe. It's a big issue, but a while back I had tripped and I broke my, that doesn't belong there. My humerus wasn't funny, but yeah, I did. I broke my arm and I broke two toes. The one next to the big toe and the one next to that. And having been walking the beach, my toe has started to hurt and now it's swelling up. So when I step down, it really hurts a lot. So I think I may have to go see the orthopedic surgeon. I don't know If it's something cortisone will help, I don't know. But it's the second time I broke that toe. The first one from the big toe. I tell you what I did the first time to break it. Of course, we were walking the beach, and I had sneakers on too. And I saw what appeared to be a piece of driftwood sticking up. Kind of like how a surfboard would look if it was sticking up out of the sand. So I put my foot on it, and I was going to just push it to see how big it was, except for it wasn't a piece of driftwood. No, it wasn't. It was a big old piece of wood. It was like, I can't think of the name of it. I can't think of the name of it. It just, my mind just went blank. But it was a big stump of wood. A post. That's what it was. It was a post. And, yeah. And I heard my foot crack. It's like, oh, shit. And then it was sticking straight up, so I had to push it down so I could walk. Yeah, it wasn't good. I knew right then it was broke. So yeah, I did a good job. If you're gonna do it, you have to do a good job, or it doesn't count. So yeah. Okay, let's see, what do we need there? We need this one. You know, I have some really pretty burgundy. I got a whole bunch, if you saw me do that thing from Sheen, of all the mixed beads. Oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. But I don't want to touch them because I want to make flowers. So maybe I'll do some flowers later today and share them tomorrow. I don't know, we'll see. I definitely, weekends are mine for the most part. You know, my husband sleeps in, he goes into work, and now he'll be there for a while. And this is when I can get stuff done. So I can see that I need to, I think this thing here, this tripod thing, I think it moved. It's on like a extension pole, and I think that it isn't tight enough because it seems like I have a mark here, and I know when I'm in focus, and I'm not. Let's see if you can see that black line. No, you can't. So I made a black line on the napkin beneath this one, and that helps me to see where I'm supposed to be. And I just look down, and that's why I'm also standing too, because I think it moved, but I'm not sure. But anyway, it is what it is. I'm working on it. I think we'll put, I'm waiting to come across, there are two, I ordered them at the same, let me see if this will show, maybe. I ordered the same beads, but like this one here has more of a bluer color to it. I don't know if you can see the difference in the shade. I thought that was odd. This is more, can't think of the color now. I don't know. Anyway, it has a bluer hue to it. I think this needs one more little twist. I think it's too close to the leaf. There we go. Make a little adjustment. Can you see how cloudy they are right here? Compared to these, watch. It's hot. My beads are clouding up. That's funny. Does that happen to you guys when you bead anything with clear? My hands are so hot right now. If I put the air conditioner on, you're not going to hear me. So, I have the overhead fan on, but my beads are all cloudy. They clear right up. It's kind of like getting your eyeglasses foggy. I put them on the wrong end. I have to use the small one first. But, let me just take a look at the time, 49 minutes. So I think I will do this one and then one more branch. So it'll do less than an hour and we have half the tree done. So, and twisting out the tree for part one really didn't take long. I think it was less than half an hour. And I had no idea what my outcome was going to be. I went in without a plan. Well, I planned the roots, but the tree, it just kind of, it is what it is. I did not mess with it, didn't do any, you know, like the other ones, they all look the same. Not this one does not look the same. This one's going to be very different, and I'm glad. I'm excited to see what it's going to look like. I think it'll be pretty. And then I have another project in mind besides flowers. I have flowers on my mind, but yeah, I don't want to say too much, but it's going to be pretty. It'll be a tree. I don't know what size yet, but we're not going to put a leaf here. I don't think so. No. I think we're just going to put a bead. I think we need a blue right there and a small bicone. Okay. And slide that down. And now we need what do we need there? Well, let's see. We'll put a lilac one. I did it again, guys. Look. When you do it like that, they don't sit nice. You need to alternate small and big, and I did it again. That's telling me that this is my last branch for now. My 1 hour. Goes by fast. It's 51 minutes. Like, I've been standing here for an hour. It doesn't feel like it, but... Okay, so hang on to your work. Throw in a few little twists like that. And put another. Okay, now we're gonna put a leaf. Let's see if I can pick them up before they cloud up. Nope. Look how cloudy. I don't know, can you see that? Like really, really cloudy. My goodness. Okay. So I'm going to make this one a little bit longer because the space is a little further up. So I'll just slide the beads up a little bit, like right to there. Just kind of eyeball it. And then bring your wire down to where the twist is. Hang on to your beads. And then just twist them. And don't worry if it's too long. Just hold on to it, support your work, and then when you're ready, give it a little bend. So you could have even gone longer. It'll be fun. Because once we lace, everything is going to get separated and moved around. So, if you don't know what lacing is, there is a video, several, on lacing, but I will lace this one eventually. Now, let's put a few beads. For a minute I thought I did the two big beads together. Okay, like that. Now we can put a leaf. See, they'll be separated anyway, so it'll be fine. There we go. That one's long. See, that'll fit in there nice. Add a little bend to it, to that one as well. And then, well, you have to hold on to it now or you're going to lose that leaf. So just support it, throw a few twists in. We're almost done. And then I will say goodbye for now. and get rid of all this noise and clean up my wires that I've cut and just left everywhere. I don't know if you can see my big mess. Yeah, that's all right. Okay. Pull them down a little bit, cross them over nice and close together. And let's see, is that good? That's good. Let's bring it right up. Not one more, maybe. Like that. Right up there. I probably could have put another bead. That probably would have been better. Oh, yeah. Alright, so let's pretend that I know how to edit, okay? Because you really shouldn't do what I'm about to do. But that's okay, because I cleaned it up, so you couldn't even see. Now, but see, now it looks good. Now I don't have, maybe because I twisted it too much. Alright, so just put it to your hoop. I was going to try and slide another bead on. I don't need to. Wrap it around. I put too many twists, so it looked longer. But once I put the wire around, it should be fine. There we go. And still hold on to it. Bring that wire behind, poke it up, cross it over like that. I'm going to clip it off right there. And now I'm going to just turn it under like that. That's good. So, let's see what we have. Let's spread them out a little bit, because I want to get in there with my needle nose pliers. So, to get in, just going to have to push that one out of the way. I'm going to start at the top. Put it on your hand, and then with your thumb, go right across all of it. And then just put little bends everywhere you put it. Make sure you're holding it, because if you don't, you can break it. And come down here and do the same thing. It's like I'm holding on to that leaf if you notice. I'm trying to get in there so you can see what I'm doing without breaking my wire. I don't want to do that. I'm going to be really upset. I have done this before. Broken it while I'm working, while I'm recording. Okay, let's get in and get this little leaf. There we go. Move everything out of the way and show you what we have so far. Let me just pull this up. I don't like them all crushed. I don't want to break my branch, but I want to keep it out of the way. So this is what we're looking at so far. Let me pull it up a little bit. So you know, because this is like a wall, so I don't drop stuff, I still drop stuff. But isn't that pretty? Tell me what you think. I love these colors, that's for sure. And once we separate them and lace it up, how pretty is that? I like it a lot. Yeah, it'll be beautiful. Oh yeah, I like it. I think once we add dimension, the branches in the back will pull down and the ones in the front push up, so that you have that 3D look. I think it'll be beautiful. Alright guys, 58 minutes and 34 seconds, and we're done. We'll see you soon.